down the basement, lock the cellar door, and baby, talk bloody to me.
Hi, and welcome to another exciting episode of Talk Bloody to Me. I'm Matt,
And I'm Brizzy.
and today we're here with another holiday themed feature. This is 2016's Better Watch Out.
You
And
better watch out. You better not cry.
this movie almost made me cry. No, just kidding.
Really?
No. So how you picked this one out, and what did you just go on Tubi and search for Christmas movies or Christmas horror or
Well, I looked on Google my Christmas horror movies. Like I know the Mean one is pretty decent,
Yep.
but I seen better watch out. I'm like, I think I've seen this one, but I don't remember. But
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Fuck with it. Let's watch it.
Yeah.
And it's on Tubi, so
Yeah, exactly. It's free. How can you go wrong?
all right.
Yeah. Well, so I have mixed feelings about this movie. We'll talk about this movie, but um they said this was a comedy and like so the description on Tubi says something about the holiday horror farce. And when you use the word farce, that usually means like a really stupid, like really
Farce?
over
Did you say fart?
no, farce, Farce, like
Oh, I'm
farcical.
like, did you say fart?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, if
farce.
yes.
Okay.
Well, a farce would have a lot of farts in it, probably. But like Billy Madison or something would be a farce. And like, so I was expecting it to be this really goofy, silly movie. And then the description was something like a babysitter and her 12-year-old person that she's watching must fight off a home invasion that gets increasingly more bizarre. And so I was like, in my mind, it was going to be this hilarious comedy where first it's like a burglar, then it's like an alien, then it's like a demon, and then it's like, but that's not what this movie is at all. That's nothing what this movie
No,
is.
it's not.
And so the whole movie, I was like, well, for like an hour of the movie, I'm like, this isn't funny. This isn't funny at all.
I know because it said comedy horror.
Yeah.
So you're expecting like, oh, it's a comedy horror, so it must be like laugh, but it's no, it's like stupidly kind of dumb.
Yeah. And and so then like an hour into it, I was like, I hate this movie. I can't stand it. So then I stopped it and then I was like, what do people rate this movie? And I looked it up and then I was looking at IMDb or something and it said psychological horror and it didn't say anything about comedy. And I'm like, oh, well, if you watch this as a psychological horror, that actually makes more sense than as a because it's not really funny at all, but the
I
tone is
can see, I can see I can see the movie if they like say like comedy, maybe it's a very dry comedy
yeah,
horror. Like
right?
that makes sense.
See, and we had just watched Thanksgiving with the fucking turkey that's
Oh
like,
God,
fuck you,
man.
motherfucker. So I guess I was thinking
You're
of
the one
that.
that picked that one out.
Yeah, exactly. So, but so yeah, this movie's interesting. I mean, it has an interesting tone because it's kind of played for laughs, but yet the subject material is really kind of dark, and so it's interesting. But basically, this is a 12-year-old kid whose babysitter is moving away, and it's their like last night she's gonna watch them and it's Christmas apparently, and he has got a plan because he wants to have sex with her, and they say like he's 12 and she's 17,
I
and I
mean, who
start
doesn't want to have sex with their babysitter?
right. That's like the best fantasy ever. I mean, come on, but like that's right up there at the top of the list. So right away,
Yeah,
I was into the movie. No, just kidding. But anyway, no, but you got me all
Matt.
you got me all sidetracked and flustered. But
Sorry.
But no, so it kind of seems like it's just gonna be like this innocent plan, and then it's like, oh, let's watch a horror movie because that'll be scary. And it says here that it releases endorphins or whatever, and then that's the same chemicals when a woman's aroused, and so it's like,
Mhm.
oh, but then it just gets progressively like worse and worse and worse.
Yeah,
Like
it does.
the plan does, and it's like, wow. But um basically the kid sets it all up like that he's being invaded just to fake it so that he can get impress this chick. And then he like ups the ante and really starts killing people. And that's the movie.
Yeah, that's what the movie is all about. It's pretty much like I didn't expect him being like the psycho stuff. I want to say psycho obsessive babysitter, but also his friend was also involved too.
Yep. Yeah, his buddy.
So,
Yeah, the movie starts off, it's like, well, the very first thing they show is him smashing, like a little girl's making a snowman, and he smashes the head off it with a baseball bat and laughs and runs away. And she's like, "You butt fucker." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's the hilarious comedy. It's starting already." And it's like, but then right away, then it's like the kid's home and they're talking about how the babysitter's going to be there, and he's talking to his buddy, and they're talking about how he has this plan. And I'm like, "Wait a minute, is this kid like the like who we're supposed to be rooting for? Like, is this our main character?" And it's like, this kid's kind of a jerk. We just watched him smash a head off a snowman of a little girl. Well, yeah, he is a jerk. He's a fucking psycho, and it just he progresses more
yeah.
and more and more like as the movie goes on. And they did a really good job of casting because this kid looks like a freaking psycho. No offense to the actor, but he just looks like a shitty little kid that would be up to no good doing some weird shit.
Well, today's world, I'm not
Mm,
going to say all kids, but most of these kids are kind of rude and bullying and they get away with it. So it's kind of, if you like think about this 12-year-old, put it to
mhm.
now in today's world, it's like, that's what my mindset is at,
Right.
you know?
And that's a reoccurring theme of the movie. Like they mention it several times actually that like, oh, he you get away with everything. Remember the time I got away with this? Remember the time I helped you get away with that? Remember the time we got away with this other thing? So like that's the like part of the movie is that this kid is convinced that he is going to get away with this because he has got it all planned out. And to his credit, he does have a pretty good plan. And then when the plan starts going south, he starts getting ruthless to keep it under wraps, and then yeah, it gets kind of crazy.
Yeah.
This movie kind of reminds me in a little bit of Home Alone, except if like
Oh,
half,
yeah. It,
but
it, it does. I didn't even thought about that.
yeah, but imagine if like halfway through the movie, Kevin like just like his booby traps were like actually lethal and started like murdering the criminal.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't that be freaking like sick if like they did Home Alone and they did like lethal stuff? Got
Oh
oh
yeah.
yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't done. What's that one movie? It's like Don't Breathe, where it's like the
Yeah,
blind
don't
guy.
yeah.
That's kind of like that. But they even reference Home Alone in this because there's the paint can, and at the beginning of the movie, they are having a debate. Like the one kid says, "Oh, no, that would actually kill a person if you hit them with a paint can like that." And the other one's like, "No, you would just fly down the stairs like what happens in the movie." And then
Yep.
later on, they got a person tied up and he's like, "Okay, we're gonna do this MythBuster style," and then he like actually throws the paint can and smashes the guy's head in.
Yep.
So, and there's like these little moments where he does something, like he hits the guy in the back of the head with the baseball bat, and then he's like celebrating, like doing a little dance. And I don't know if it's like supposed to be funny or it's supposed to be cool or supposed to be
Or they're just like kind of like psycho
right. He's also
kind
kind of
of
like
way.
it's kind of like American Psycho, except the 12-year-old version.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Uh,
exactly right.
yeah. And so I'd say the Christmas theme of it really doesn't come up a whole lot. Like there's
No,
this
but you see like Christmas decorations and stuff, but that's pretty much it.
yeah, at the beginning of the movie there's like a plastic Santa Claus that keeps popping up like a jump scare kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then like later on when they tie up the babysitter, they have her wrapped up with Christmas lights. But other than that, this movie could be set in like the middle of summer and just change like those two things and you wouldn't even really know it's a Christmas movie. But
Well, besides, better watch out
right, true.
and you better not cry.
Yep. So basically the kid sets up this whole elaborate plan with his friend, where first he watches the scary movie, tries to put the moves on the babysitter. She shoots him down, says it's the most inappropriate thing ever. Then it looks like there's some like spooky phone calls, and then it's like someone's trying to break in, and then someone comes in with like a ski mask and a gun, and holy crap, it's scary. And then it's like, oh, it turns out that was his buddy, and it was all set up. And then she's like, you're an asshole. And then it's like all of a sudden he slaps her right down the stairs and knocks her out and ties her up. And then it's like, oh no, we're just messing with you. We're just messing with you. And his friend's like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. And he keeps treating his friend like shit. And the babysitter keeps trying to say like he's not actually your friend. And so
Right.
there's all that going on. And then like her ex-boyfriend starts showing up, and then he starts killing the ex-boyfriends. And then you find out that he's the one actually calling the ex-boyfriends, and that was all part of his plan all along. And then he has this whole big elaborate thing set up. And then there's kind of a little twist at the end that I liked, which I don't know if we want to reveal, but yeah, and that's basically better watch out. Anything you wanna, any scenes that stick out in your mind, or any things you really liked about
Not
this
well,
movie, or
not
any?
really. I mean, it was an okay movie.
Yeah,
Would I watch it again? Probably not.
yeah. I don't think I ever need to watch this ever again. Um, excuse me. I liked it way better when I was watching it as a suspense thriller and not as a
Yeah,
comedy movie. I really, the whole subject matter of boy basically trying to sexually assault his babysitter and then resorting to murder when it goes south really isn't ha ha funny to me. I guess it doesn't scream farcical comedy. It does scream dark psychological horror, but
right. It does.
so the tone's a little off. Like I don't get this, like I don't know, and I'm not trying to get on some soapbox or anything. It just, to me it's like, if you're gonna make a funny movie, make a funny movie. If you're gonna make a scary movie, make a scary movie. And then if you want to make it both, it's a really hard thing to do. But you get
Yeah.
like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre where it's an awesome scary movie, but there's also some funny elements in it, and that's ideally that's what you want to make. But man, this one just doesn't do it for me. What I do like, what I do like about the movie is that it kept me guessing, like for a long time I didn't know what the hell was, like I didn't know the kid was going to be the psycho. I didn't know this was part of the plan. I didn't know, like, so like these reveals keep
Yep.
happening, and I was like, oh wow, like it kept me like, they do some different things, like they do things a little different than most, not cliche, I guess what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with you like that because I mean, like I said, it's an okay movie, but it does keep you guessing. So
Hmm.
when a movie keeps you guessing, you just want to keep watching more to get your answers.
Yep, exactly.
So,
Yeah. And there was things I did like about it.
nah,
Um,
it's an alright movie. I mean,
yeah.
what would I rate it? Probably a two, to be honest with you.
Honestly, I think that's what I'd rate it too. I
Yeah.
there was a point when when I was about like maybe 20 minutes into it where I was like, gonna say to you, Breezy, this is worse than Low Lifes. This is worse than Leprechaun. This is where, and then I was like, no, it's not that bad. It's actually, once I figured out that it wasn't the farce that they, or farts, it was the farts that they said it was gonna be, then I liked it better. And I like that they did do some things that were creative and out of the ordinary, and they kept me guessing. So for that, I
I,
can't rate it bottom of the barrel. I got to give it a two.
I was gonna say my no, don't just sound like Leprechaun. Like, yeah, it's kind of a all right movie, but Warwick Davis, no.
Right.
However, like I want to say this is bad as All Lives because All Lives, oh my God.
Oh my God, it's as bad as low lives, people. That's that's a
I'm
bold statement
sorry. I
coming
mean,
coming from Breezy.
it's true.
Right? Well, at least you can, at least it was your pick, and you speak the truth. That's one thing I like about Breezy, is she always speaks the truth.
I don't hold nothing back. You
That's
ask me
right.
a question, I just say it.
Yes, exactly.
Take it as is.
So so one interesting couple things, couple interesting people. The parents of the kid, the mom is played by Virginia Madsen, who's in lots of other movies. She's in like Sin City, and I don't even know. Tons of movies, famous woman. And then
Huh.
the dad is Patrick Warburton, who I think was in Sex and the City, and he's the voice of Joe on Family Guy, the one that's in the wheelchair. And he's done like a million cartoon voices, and he has that really deep voice. And
Oh, I don't watch Family Guy
oh well, don't worry
or
about it.
Sex in the City, so
Well, you don't recognize him. But so that's who the mom and dad were. They were like kind of famous people. And wasn't the dad like borderline creepy with the babysitter too? Like before the kid
right,
even
yeah,
he's like, "You look radiant tonight." It's like, "What? What the fuck did you just say to her?"
right.
And
I was
then
like,
she's
that's kind of creepy, but okay.
and then she's like she said something like, "Oh, we're moving out of town." And he's like, "Well, did you ask me first?" Or he made some stupid little comment and then he's like smiles like it's a joke and it's like, "Okay, you're fucking creepy. No wonder this kid's a psycho. If you're his
Right.
dad." Yeah. I was expecting him to come back. I was thinking he was going to be the one that was like breaking in, trying to get to the babysitter, was going to be the dad. But nope, it was the kid the whole time. Spoiler alert. Anyway, so better watch out and not watch this movie. Better.
Or you better watch out. You better not cry because then you know this is a horrible movie.
Yep, exactly. Don't cry because we told you ahead of time. You have no
Yeah.
excuse.
Huh.
So, so there you have it. I think we got something for next week for Christmas, a movie that we love and cherish.
Even
So
though that's not a Christmas theme, but
it's not a Christmas movie, but the character does have the first two letters of Christmas. It's a stretch.
keep you
And-
guessing.
exactly. So stay tuned. Come back next week. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your relatives, and your grandma to listen to Talk Bloody to Me. And always stay spooky.
See you later.
See ya.